AITA for not showing up to my sister's wedding and calling her ungrateful? My 29M sister Ashley, 27F, had her wedding yesterday, but I didn't attend it. 2 years or so ago, when she was going through medical depression and required treatment, I had helped her. She didn't have the money and I was the one who paid everything for her, etc. None of her friends had helped, and neither did any of our other relatives. Much later, when she had gotten out of her issues, I once urgently required some money. I asked her and she refused by saying she can't help and to not bother her about it again. I was shocked considering how much I had spent for her, and when she continued to refuse, I asked her whether she had forgotten what I had done for her. Ashley asked me how I can say that I cured her when it was the medicines that worked, and that I wasn't the doctor. She said it was the medicines and the doctor that treated her and not me. I didn't argue. When the wedding date was fixed, I told her that I am not coming. She was surprised and asked me why, and I told her that I have better things to do with my time than attending weddings of people like her. She got mad and asked me what my problem was, and that she wants everyone to be present. She asked me to not insult her. I told her that she herself had insulted me by brushing away everything I did for her, and that she's extremely ungrateful for not helping me with money when she could have. I told her I hadn't even asked her back the money I had spent on her, but she had no humanity at all. We had an argument and everyone asked me to forget about she said and to attend. But I didn't attend her wedding and I didn't even congratulate her. AITA? NTA. It is one thing if she had said, I can't help you because I don't have the money, which would have been fair. But forgetting who paid for treatment is a nasty move. That being said, I would be very clear with the rest of the family as to why you refused to go. Don't be insulting. Just state how this happened and made you feel. You didn't help me. The doctors and the medicine did. So I don't owe you anything. You didn't take me to work daily for a year. Your car did. So I don't owe you anything. You didn't feed me. The food from the supermarket did. So I don't owe you anything. I would want to stay as far away as possible from a person that uses this kind of logic. NTA. Info. What reason did she give for not giving you money? Info. Op, did you tell your sister you cured her at some point in the conversation, or did she herself say, how can I say that I cured her, just out of nowhere and with no prompting of your own? NTA. Family helps when family can. You could help her and did, assuming she had the funds you needed and simply chose not to help. That makes her ta. I don't see you bringing up the help you gave her as using it as leverage, but as simply saying, I helped you because you're family. Why can't you help me? Which is a fair question. NTA. Obviously your help for her isn't transactional and she isn't the asshole for not giving you money. But she is the asshole for brushing you off like that and not being grateful. Her not appreciating what you did for her. Again, this is done by actions and not money, is a fair reason to not come to her wedding. Info. Did you actually say you cured her? The difference between helped and cured is huge, so I think that detail is important. Ashley asked me how I can say that I cured her when it was the medicines that worked, and that I wasn't the doctor. She said it was the medicines and the doctor that treated her and not me. Info. Did you tell her that without you she wouldn't be cured? Info. What was your emergency? And how did you figure she had the money to help you and chose not to? It sounds like you helped her previously because you could, without financially killing yourself, knowing she was going through a medical emergency that required treatment. What was your emergency that you expected her to prioritize over whatever was going on in her life at the time? I asked her and she refused by saying she can't help. Info: is it possible she didn't have the money to help you? Info: how much money did you request? How do you know she could afford that? That's great, you helped when she had no one else. Op: I do however need to know, how much of a financial burden were those bills on you? Did y'all discuss any contingent plans? How solvent was she when you asked for assistance for yourself? Those are all extremely important details to this situation. Info: how much money were you asking for? Just because her depression is gone doesn't mean she's in a position to be lending money to people. Info: in both cases, how much money are we talking about? Info: what did you need the money for? She said it was the medicines and the doctor that treated her and not me. Which is true. You helped her get better by paying for the healthcare though. And that does count. Info: how much did you spend versus how much did you need? If you are uncomfortable with the exact amounts, what is the percentage? Info: there's a massive difference between necessary medical costs and other things. What was it you needed money for? YTA for calling her ungrateful based on the following. You haven't confirmed whether your sister could afford to help you even though you do say she claims she can't. You say she said not to bother her about it, again. You asked more than once and didn't take no for an answer. You tried to use emotional blackmail to get what you wanted. How can I say that I cured her when would only have been said if you were trying to claim ownership of her recovery? You don't give any timeframes for any of these events. Much later, and when the wedding date was fixed, don't give any sense of how far apart the events are. I suspect you've been holding on to this for a long time. You haven't confirmed what you urgently needed the money for. Did you need it to make rent or a car payment? Or just to buy a thing you wanted before a sale ended? You don't give any reason for why your urgent request is comparable to her medical care. Between all of these things, it's clear to me that it's not enough for you that she's healthy and well. You want her to feel indebted. You didn't give her the money because you cared about her. You only gave her the money because you could, whether that was to play hero or because you were pressured to do so. It's for the best that you didn't go to the wedding. You would probably have been insufferable. I'm gonna go against others and say your sister was rude and definitely discredited what you did to help her. It was also kind of sucky that she wouldn't help you at all. Even a partial amount if she couldn't fully give what you were asking. However, what makes me feel that you are the too is the way you seem to be dangling what you did for her over her head. She told you she wouldn't give you money and not to ask again, which was an move of her for sure. But you were the one who kept asking when you already knew the answer. I was shocked considering how much I had spent for her. When she continued to refuse, I asked her whether she had forgotten what I had done for her. I told her I hadn't even asked her back the money I had spent on her. Why did you pay for her treatment? Because you love her and wanted her better? Or because you hoped she would repay the favor one day? Was it a gift? Or a loan? If you're just going to hold what you did over her head and act as if that money is owed to you, then that makes you the too. You both screwed up, and it might help to actually talk with each other about why you are hurt and if you truly expect any repayment from her in the future. Info: do you know, for a fact, she could have paid you back without jeopardizing her cost of living budget? Or are you speculating? Was there ever an agreement to pay you back?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.